How's it going, everybody? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in this 1967 Chevrolet Camaro Convertible, the original 327, and it has a 3-speed automatic transmission behind it. Alright, so again we have a 1967 Chevrolet Camaro Convertible. Has the original 327, and then it's backed by a 3-speed automatic transmission. This car would have originally had a 2-speed power glide. When looking at the console, you have park, reverse, neutral, drive, and low. Obviously now it has a 3-speed automatic transmission in it, so when you put it in drive, your indicator is going to be off just a little bit, at least just on the park, reverse, neutral, drive, so you have to just kind of feel where drive is at. This car drives like a stock 67 Camaro Convertible should drive like. It is optioned with power steering and power front disc brakes, so it drives really, really nice. Has a nice set of dual exhaust and a MagnaFlow muffler, so it sounds good going down the road. And it's a really nice and tight, comfortable driving Camaro. To me, it feels like a very, very stock car going down the road. It does have a little bit of gear in the rear end, nothing crazy where you can't cruise it at 65, 70 miles an hour. After 70, you'll start turning a few RPMs, but it's nothing too aggressive. Right now we're doing 65 miles an hour, almost 70 with no problems whatsoever. Really, again, very comfortable driving car. On the interior, it has a stock style black interior. You have your bucket seats, you have your center console. Back seat's really nice and clean, dash looks good, and then obviously this car being convertible, it has a black power top. The power switch is in the stock location, and if you don't know where that's at, right in front of your left knee you have the brake release handle, and then over about 3 inches underneath the dash there's a flat switch that you push and pull, and that will operate the power top. To unlock the top, there's actually a lever right here, and there's a lever right over on the passenger side that you just undo, and then you push the switch and the top will go up and down. Then you just obviously lock it back into place once you put the top all the way back up. So really easy to operate the power top if you've never done one of these. And again, back on the interior condition, overall front to back, it's very, very nice here on the inside with no real issues to note. It has stock style gauges. You just have your speedometer and your fuel gauge. And then you do have your factory little AM radio that will kick on. It'll play static, but that's probably not what you want to listen to. I would upgrade to a retro sound radio, be able to hook your phone up and listen to whatever music you want to listen to at that point. Really the only couple items I have listed is not working is your horn doesn't do anything, and then your washer sprayer fluids for your wipers aren't working, but that's really about it. And then like I mentioned, your indicator's off just a little bit. But again, that doesn't consider an item that's not working. It's just on the console, being that it was a power glide car, the indicator's just off a little bit. This is also optioned with power windows. The power windows do work. All of them work off of the driver's side switch. Your passenger 2 switches work. The only switch that's not working is the driver's side quarter glass switch isn't working, but you can operate that window from the main switch over here on the driver's door. So they do all go up and down, just that one switch will need a little bit of attention. The power windows is a pretty cool option for a 67 Camaro. Get on it here a little bit since it's warmed up. The 327 pulls hard. It's not a crazy horsepower motor, but it's definitely a good cruiser. It has enough power for what you need it to do for just regular driving in town or even on the highway. And then that transmission shifts up through the gears and down through the gears well. The underside of this Camaro is super, super solid. Floors, frame rails, everything on the bottom side of this car is rock solid. I found no rust issues, no rust repair, just a really good, clean, and solid Camaro on the bottom side. And being a convertible, they're always more susceptible to rust and having rust repair done. And again, this one's just a nice, clean, original underneath. This is actually a car that I've owned now the second time. I bought it a couple years ago from a family that had it for a while. Brought it in, did a little bit of work to it, and I sold it to a customer down in Dallas about a couple years ago now. And it looks like he only put like less than 1,000 miles on it, and then he traded it back in on a pickup truck that he wanted to have for his family. So that's how I got this car back, and I had no problem bringing it back in for round 2 just because it is such a great car. On the exterior, the burgundy paint is very nice. It shows very well. The family that I got it from the first time said it was done around 2011, 2012, if my memory suits me there. So it's probably 10, maybe 12 years old on the paint, but it still shows really nice. Paint quality is good. Whoever did it definitely did a nice job. It does have the polished torque throw style wheels on it with good tires. All your chrome trim, the bumpers, all that stuff also looks really good. So just some smaller little imperfections. And again, the top is very nice as well. You do get a little bit of wind noise. Obviously, being a convertible, you're going to get some no matter what. I would say the wind noise, at least from where I'm hearing it, you get a little bit from this vent glass over here, which is almost impossible to get to go away 100%. But it's minor, not enough to replace anything. Make sure my camera's still going here. It looks like it's blinking red, so we're still good to go. Going down this bumpy road here, suspension is all stock style equipment. Everything checked out good. All the steering is nice and tight. Flat on the steering wheel, the car goes nice and straight. No pulling left to right when you're braking. Again, it does have discs on the front. So again, suspension and steering does exactly what you want it to do. It does have an aftermarket Hotchkiss brace on the bottom. Stiffens it up just a little bit, but nothing that you're really going to notice as far as performance-wise. No weird rattles, no weird shakes, just again a stock style setup going down this bumpy road. Flip around here. Power steering works well. I will say if you have 3 people, if you have 1 person in the back and then 2 in the front, you might get a little bit of tire rub in the back going down like some hills if you're turning. Just regular driving, I haven't had any rubbing issues, but when you get an oversized wheel and tire like that, it just kind of happens. Just overall feel of this Camaro, it's a great running and driving car. I've really enjoyed owning it the both times that I have owned the car. This camera's going to give me a heart attack here, but it is all right. Again, both times that I've owned this car, it's performed excellent. I always love first generation Camaro convertibles. This one has a great look with the maroon, black top, polished wheels, small block automatic. If I was going to do anything, I would upgrade the radio to a retro sound radio, and I would probably add vintage AC just because it always adds good value and it makes it a little bit more enjoyable in the hot months. Right now in the fall, it's a great time to have a convertible where during the day you get a little bit of heat outside. You can still drive it with the top down and be comfortable while you're cruising. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else that you have comments, concerns, questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Leave a message on the YouTube channel, or you can call or text me directly at 903-820-1019. Check us out at pcclassiccars.com, or we are across all social platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. The handle across all of those is going to be PC Classic Cars. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next test drive video.